Hello ladies and sirs, this is Jay from J Cosplay and this is another episode of J Stuff. Now if you seem to recall, a few weeks ago I did the first episode where I discussed these. They were a replica pair of the Nike Air Mags that I got from HalloweenCostumes.com. Now the key thing with these, they're not Nike shoes, they don't have the Nike logo, they look close to the ones in the film, they're officially licensed and they're well put together, but obviously they're not Nike shoes. I'm obviously a big fan of the films and I don't have £8,000–9,000 to spend on a pair of the ones that were made in 2011. So I ordered a kit from a guy on the RPF, or the Replica Prop Forum. He offered kits for the light on the strap with the Nike logo and the actual emblems for the back of the shoe and the side with the tick and everything. I need to say up front now, I'm doing this to make the shoes look like they are in the film. I'm not trying to make a counterfeit pair of shoes to sell on. I'm not using this as a production thing to make more shoes for other people. This is a standalone pair just for me, and this is why I've ordered this kit. I'm a stickler for detail, as you probably know, so I wanted these to look like the ones in the film. I'm never going to fork out for the real ones. These are only going to be worn by me. I'm not hurting anybody, so why not? So I've ordered the kit. It arrived today. It comes in a handy little parcel. There's not much stuff in there, it's not too bad. He does send you some PDF instructions, which I've printed off so I can follow the wiring schematics and stick it all together. And I printed off some reference photos so I can, put the decals of the Air Mag, Nike Mag thing on the back in the correct places. So yeah, let's open this up and get started. Right, before we start, this is what the kit looks like laid out. As for the lighting kit for the strap, you've got the wires, the inverters, the EL sheet, Nike logos, battery clips, little switches, and he gives you some batteries. That's very kind of him. And as for the logos, these are the ticks, the Nike Air Mags and the Nike logos. These are made, if I can't place the material, but it feels very similar to the emblems you would get on normal Nike shoes, so he's really sourced the material on these. They're pretty legit. The colour of the mag matches the shoe perfectly. It doesn't show up very well against this green background, but it really does. I seem to remember in his post on the RPF he sourced or got the material made in this colour custom for him for his orders, so it's pretty cool. I know some people might be put off by looking at the logos and thinking, don't they look a bit bubbly and a bit crude around the edges? These are identical to what the ones on the shoes look like. The film shoes weren't crisp edges. I think on the new mags they have made them a bit more crisp. I'm guessing, again, this is a guess because I don't have a pair to hand to check. But these aren't accurate to the film, and that's what I want. I want these to be accurate to the film. So it's pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, I'm really impressed. I just thought I'd show you the layout of the kit. We've got the shoes there waiting, so I'm going to make a start on gluing the logos on the back, and then we'll get on with the wiring. Right, I thought I'd just update you while I'm in the middle of doing this. As you can see, I'm part way through the process of sticking on the logos. They actually come with a sticky back thing that I peeled off, but to secure it even more I've used just good old super glue. Put a drop on and then basically smoothed it around, because you want a nice even layer. You don't want too much glue on there, so when you stick it on it bubbles out the edges, because it's just messy. It's just a drop and then smooth it around the area very carefully and then place it on here. As you can see, I've used electrical tape to make a nice even line, so when I put the letters on, they go in a nice straight line in relation to this, so they're all equal distance. It's nothing higgledy-piggledy. I use the same process down here. I'm going to continue in this vein to get the letters done on this shoe and then make a start on the back of the other one. The tape's peeling off there, and then we will next get started on the ticks on the side. Right, I completed sticking the logos on the back. They all seem to be pretty in line, and sticking the Nike tick on the side there. I've taken the straps off now because I am now working on those. For the logo, I made a little template so the edges of the letters match this precisely. Some people box it out and have the whole thing, but on the actual strap, the contours match the outside of the letters. So basically you'll see the Nike and not really any of the black surround. I transferred this to the strap. I put it on my foot and then centered it, made a little mark, and then proceeded from there using the template. The stuff itself seems to be dual layered. It's two straps back to back, so I took off the initial top layer, as you can see there, and then there's a further fluffy binding layer under here. I want to try and keep the back layer there intact because it'll keep the strap rigid, but I used a craft knife to get under here to create enough space to slide this in. The contact wires will run obviously through the back and into here, so I'm basically going to create on the underside of this a line here on the back, just a slit, and then I'm going to slide that in. That way there's enough structural integrity on the strap on this section here that it holds from behind, and then when you come over here there's enough on the top part here, so it shouldn't really, pull and tear with age and use. So I'm trying to obviously keep this in as much structural integrity as possible, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, once I've got this lined up on the other strap as well, we'll begin the wiring. Right, here we are. This is the back of the strap. As you can see, I made the inlet a bit bigger than I originally planned because I had to stuff some material out of the way. I fed the wire actually in between the two layers and made a little hole for it to come out at the back so I wouldn't have to run it across the Velcro. And it all comes into the back here. Now, thankfully, these shoes come with a little recess in the back, and these circuit bits fit in rather nicely. The battery clip is rather good. I think it's the inverter, the blue thing here. It's stuck out a little, so I sketched out a little hole in the corner and just cut that out with a Dremel. Not too deep because you don't want to go through it, but just a couple of mil. And I cut out a little inlet at the top here to try and make the switch there flush with the top. Everything is now soldered together, and what you're left with is, if I click the switch, there you go. The Nike logo glows rather nicely. It's a bit rough around the edges at the moment because I haven't glued down and tied them up. I'm just filming this just as I finish putting the circuit together. But yes, I shall tidy this up and show you what it looks like once I've done both the straps. Well, after a good few hours of soldering, cutting, sticking and gluing, as you can see it's a bit darker in here now, we end up with this. A completed pair of Nike Air Mags that light up correctly. They've got the correct Nike ticks, logos on the back, and importantly the straps light up with the Nike logo. This is a bit more fiddly than I thought it would be, but I am really happy with the result. Did a very good job with these kits. The quality was really good. I mean, this stuff is shoe standard attachments. I'm not sure the material. I don't have the notes in front of me, but the soldering instructions were great. They worked exactly as they were planned. They were nice and simple. And the biggest problem I had was the cutting of the straps and making sure that it was clean, because I don't want to make a mistake, because there's only one strap on these per pair, and if you ruin it, you ruin the strap, so you have to make a new one. But if you want to make your own new strap, that's your prerogative. But I'm really happy with how these came out. The kit is fantastic. They look like the real deal, and like I said, I didn't go about this trying to make a counterfeit pair of the ones that exist already. I just wanted a screen accurate pair for myself to have, and the kit that did exactly what I wanted. I'm really happy, and I highly recommend anybody who's got a pair of the HalloweenCostumes.com mags to look him up on the RPF, the Replica Prop Forum, and pick up a kit yourself, and I'll leave some links down below. But I don't know what else to say really. I'm dead happy with how they came out. May as well end the video there. I've got some walking to do. But if you like this video, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to click like, favourite and subscribe, share it around and let your friends know. Hope this video is helpful in some way to some of you, and I'll see you again soon for another episode of J Stuff. Bye.